Trust and blockchain. First, blockchain was introduced for means of trust, like the first blockchain ever, Bitcoin, was built upon the fact that there is no trust in the, digital spheres, and was empowering in mathematical mechanism trust so that the system will be fully resilient and fully scalable around, for the Bitcoin, it was cryptocurrency exchange. And the cool thing about the blockchain in the spectrum of Bitcoin was to empower trust within the system. So trust, it's the fundamental driver of blockchain, and I would even go further saying decentralized network or decentralized infrastructure. So it appears that trust is the vector of the system. Meanwhile, if you think about public blockchain like Ethereum or Bitcoin or many others, you don't have any identity. That's a bit the paradox there, because everything within the blockchain, within the Bitcoin network, within Ethereum network, it's fully trustable, fully auditable, fully visible to anyone. And it's pretty cool because this empowers trust. But outside the spectrum of the network, we don't know who you are. We don't know if you're a company. We don't know if you're a private individual. We don't know if we can trust you because we don't have any link to your real identity or who you really are. And this is where the concept in blockchain, the trust concept in blockchain pretty much stops, It's very good to build a very strong infrastructure, a very good trusting circle, but it's not linked to any other thing. It's not interoperable or open to real identity. And this appeared to be a pitfall where we do believe that in decentralized network, I need to know that the one I am exchanging with is really the one that pretend to be, let's say, my friend, my banker, my insurer. So there is a need of intermediation between me and the one I exchange with. So you can build smart contracts, you can build tools over that, you can build exchange layer or mediation layer, but trust, it's a very complex, metric to evaluate. And this is something we always had in mind at Pikcio, and we've been always working on, is the fact how to evaluate trust, and moreover how to set up a trust status between two entities or between me and the other nodes. And this concept, it's empowered in what we call the Trust Capital Index, TCI in short, where the goal there is to evaluate the engagement level toward the applications, toward the Pikcio chain, toward the technology and the services upon it, and also toward experience with others. It goes as a simple fact that, let's say, I just exchange a message, let's say with Kevin, and everything goes fine, and we have a good interaction, and there is no like a raise up of, oh wait, Jorick is not Jorick, or Kevin is not Jorick, there's someone that just took his identity. Or every good interaction, everything that goes smooth, let's say, or without any alert raising, goes toward feeding or providing a better TCI to yourself and the one you exchange with. This can be simple as an exchange, but it can be even more elaborated about how much you are identified to the network. Let's say I just put my email, basically it's just an email. There's no identity behind that. If I go through a whole KYC process, are well more identified, so I can be even more trustable because there's a real identity behind that. So I put my reputation, I put my who I am basically on the line. So if tomorrow I start to be a malicious node, a malicious party, that will be directly related to my identity. So identity, it's also trust. Trust is also interaction. Trust is also a vision of one toward another. Let's say I trust someone trusts me, so I can vouch for this someone, and this someone can vouch for me. So this is a global concept, TCI, and this is something we've been working on, we are still working on, and that's gonna be slowly and step by step introduced into all our application, all our DApps. But this will be somehow the backbone of the Pikcio chain, of the network itself. It's behind the nodes, there is persons, there is private individuals, there is maybe even companies, and we need to trust each other. We need to know who we are to trust each other. And TCI it's the whole set, it's the whole, I'll say, concept of trust within the Pikcio chain. I would say even within the blockchain. So you will see in the coming application, especially in the browser, to not tell the name, that there is the first brick of what's going to be the TCI. It's based around your data, it's based around how the application knows you, how much you're identified within the browser, and how much you exchange with others or interact with others. So this will be a first step. Even more things are going to come and feed the TCI, but again, this will be the occasion of new videos and new interaction between us to explain and to go even deeper of the concept behind the TCI. Thank you.